If you want to bend a golf club on your own, then you need this. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here, and I'm holding from GolfWorks a very heavy piece of equipment. Now, this is a lie angle bending machine, but it's their economy bending machine, which means it's very cheap, but hopefully it will do the job just like some of the big boys. Now, what it'll do is it'll go in a bench vise, and you'll tighten this flange down, and then you will be able to put the golf club in here. The bottom will go in there, and then as you can see, we have this bar right up here, and it's kind of like a vise, and everything looks powder coated on it, but you can unscrew this so that screw will go up, and then you can loosen the knob on the back, which will then allow you to raise up the brace here. And then it also appears to come with this bending bar here, and you can see we have a hole right there, so you can slip it over the shaft and down onto the hosel, and on this side right there, and then you can bend it down for a shallower lie angle or bend it up for a steeper lie angle. And you can actually get some of these brass sleeves to fit in there so it won't mar it. This is just metal here. I actually ordered a non-marring brass bending bar as well because I wanted to take good care of my clubs. But it's just a little muscle. Now, one of the most important things is actually checking the lie angle. And this is a separately sold lie angle gauge here. We actually have a little cheat sheet on the back for standard lie angles, but for me, what I want to do is I want to actually make my lie angle a little more vertical, so you can actually put this on the shaft, and as you're moving it, you can see that lie angle changing. Now, some of the more premium bending tools will actually have a lie angle gauge on them, but that's what you get for 180 bucks is you don't get this. So you're gonna have to measure that on your own. Now, I really only wanna move some of my clubs by about 2 or 3 degrees. So it's not a lot, but this will allow me to dial it in and make sure that my shots are straight as opposed to just kind of drifting off to the right a little bit, because the heel of my club sits just a little bit higher than I'd like. I'd like to flatten that down. So let's go try it out. All right, so I'm out here at the shop and I just got my little lie angle bending machine in my bench vise here. So as you can see, it's all ready to go. I have my 5-iron here. I do need to make a half degree adjustment on this, and then actually a few degrees all the way down on the shorter irons. You would think, hey Pete, they're all one length, aren't they all the same lie angle? Well, Cobra actually makes some slightly different lie angles because they know that people actually swing different speeds with different clubs. So I don't know why they do that, but I'm going to make some adjustments here. I also purchased a few other things here, including these little clear decals that you wrap around the head just to make sure that you don't mar them in the vise itself. And then obviously, like I said, the lie angle gauge right there. But then I also got this little higher end bending bar with brass clamps at the end, so that helps prevent marring as well. So this is not the one that comes standard in it, but I thought, you know, why not spend the extra $20? Anyway, let's get the club in there and see if we can bend it. I've wrapped what is kind of like a big clear decal around the face, and it kind of wraps around the bottom there, so I don't have to worry about marring when this is in the vise here. Now, if I lift this up, I want to show you that there is this brass acorn nut on this side. Now, for right-handed clubs, that's going to be fine. You're going to kind of butt the toe up against that. That's going to kind of brace it in place. It's not going to let it slide out too far. If you are doing this on left-handed clubs, then you're going to need to move that little acorn nut to this side because your clubs are going to stick out. Now, as you can see, the bottom there is angled. And what you're going to do is you're actually going to put the club in here with the face pressed straight up against the back piece here. Now the club is in, and you can see that club is flush up against that vertical piece. It's kind of leaning forward, kind of like you're de-lofting the club, and it's up against that brass nut. I have moved this top brace down so that it is braced all the way across the top of the club here. And now I am going to take the screw here and just tighten this all the way down. So I went ahead and tightened the screw in the back here just to kind of make sure that this was flush up against the back. And then I tightened this top down. You know, it's not going to go out that way because of this screw, and it's not going to come out this way because this is all pinched in there. But now you can see it's angled pretty far forward. But now what I can do here is take my bending bar and slip it over here and then tighten it down a little here and then use this to start bending it up. And one of the things that I will do here is just use my lie angle gauge And what you might be able to see there, it says just about 61, 62. I want that right at 65, so I'm going to go ahead and bend this, and so it'll bring it up just a little bit right to 65. So let's get bending. Must work out more often. A little anticlimactic, but all set on this, so I can just loosen my bending bar, take it off here, remove the club out of the vise, and get on the next one. But I tell you what, this little GolfWorks lie angle bending tool, it's a great little addition for the home golf workbench. If you want to pick it up, I'll put a link to it in the description below. Peter Von Panda, out.
If you wanna know about a brand, ask me. I'll check if what's in the bag's nasty. Better if you know what's up than the unhappy. I know what it feels like when you're done cashing. They tried their meal or drive their vehicle. Garbage delivered at your PO. I know you feel you wanna scream, your head hurts on your pillow.
Discover more.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Explore deeper.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Live better.